Hello, everybody. How is everybody tonight? Look who's back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back.
Christy is back. She did such an amazing styling. Absolutely loved the things you were putting together, Christy. What such fun ideas.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun.
And, I love that the gift giving too, because 'tis the season. How many of you are already holiday shopping? It seemed from the comments, Christy, that quite a few people
Yes.
are doing their gift shopping already.
Yes. Not waiting till the last minute like some husbands might.
I was just saying this morning about how actually my husband does a ton of our holiday shopping.
Oh, that's good.
And I know that that's so unusual.
Yes. That's great, though. That's great that he gets in there and gets to help with that. I'm sure it relieves some pressure off of you, too.
It really does. I really am so lucky and appreciative. Who does the holiday shopping in your families, everyone? Let us know in the comments. So I am just sharing out this link to the places it needs to go. So let us know, everybody. Are you watching live? Are you watching the replay? Looks like we have some gals watching live right now. And you know what? Feel free to share this. Hit the share button. Why don't you share this with somebody? Because you know what? This is the time of year that people are looking for that extra income, that people are wanting to supplement, or they're getting a little head start on some new year, new me thinking, and like, what changes do I want to make in the new year? So let us know. All right. I think I have this going. Let me just double check. So Christy.
Yes.
Here we go. Christy, as I'm just hitting the share button out so that the team gets all of this, I just want to introduce Christy. She is one of our, on the newer side leaders, but it's been quite a few months now, actually. How long has it been now, Christy, that you're here?
Since June. So is that 5 months? 5 months.
All right, great. So with that, then, why don't you tell everyone your favorite thing about these last 5 months that maybe even was a little surprising to you?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I think my favorite things, was or is my favorite thing is our community in our team. All of the encouragement and the support that everyone gives. I was made to feel right at home and like I belonged and like family from the start. I absolutely needed that and I loved it. And then the other thing, of course, is the income. That right there has been fantastic, a major blessing. I was not making 40% in my old company. And it's helped us with trips, it's helped us with birthdays. It's helped me be able to put a little bit of money aside for this gift giving season. Yeah. I'm able to take my hubby out on a date and pay for that myself. And just the extras. So that was really something that was really surprising that I could make that money the very first week.
Yeah, those are some really great points. And if any of those jumped out to you, that's exactly what we're talking about tonight. How did Christy start at 40% commission? How did she make money her first week? Why is it different? How was she able to be made to feel part of a community right away? That's all the things that we're actually going to touch on in these next 20 minutes or so. So we're so glad that you're all here tonight. And as you're jumping on and commenting live or replay, be sure to tag your stylist if you were invited to watch this by our stylist team so that he or she knows that you're here. And if you do have a question that you would like answered, that you've always wondered about, you have two opportunities to do that. One is that you can put it in the comments right now while we're live. And number two is that on the survey that you're going to complete in order to be in the grand prize drawing that we're going to do from this live, there's going to be a survey that we post at the end. And you're able to put additional questions, or if you're watching the replay and you didn't get to ask your question live, you'll be able to ask questions on the survey as well. So we are so thrilled that you're here. And what we want to share with you tonight is a little bit about why we love our business here at Park Lane Jewelry, and see if it might be a good fit for you as well. And if not for you, maybe for someone that you know, and you could share this information with them. So my name is Michelle Zito. I'm a company VP with Park Lane Jewelry. I've been here for 11 years here at Park Lane, and I have a 25-year career in this industry of direct sales. I was with a different company for 14 years before I came here to Park Lane, and it's been such an unbelievable experience being here at Park Lane and helping hundreds, if not actually hundreds, it's thousands of people to run businesses for either a reason, meaning they had something specific they were looking for, to pay off, and moved on to other things in life, or for a season, a period of time that this business worked for them, or for as long as I've been here, they've been here. So whatever reason, season, or, you know, a lifetime that you might find, it could work for you as well. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm thinking, Christy, I should not have left my glasses in the other room, because now I'm having trouble seeing the comments as they're going by. I'm in that like weird spot in life where I'm supposed to wear them for distance, but then the distance is a little too close for the reading glass part.
Yep.
So yes, we hope it will work out for you too, Angela. Good to see you. So, you know, there are so many different direct sales companies. There are different styles of direct sales companies, meaning that there are MLMs versus party plan. So we here at Park Lane are a party plan business, which means that we are able to offer free shopping sprees to those that allow us to meet their friends and family in some sort of party environment, whether it's online, in person, or some combination of that in between. And there are lots of different companies out there, whether it is health and wellness, whether it is makeup and skincare, other types of things, and even other types of jewelry. But what we're wanting to share with you tonight is why we believe that Park Lane is in fact the best option for you in this industry, and even within this product of our industry, jewelry. So that's what we're going to share with you about tonight. And both Christy and I did come to Park Lane with direct sales experience. So Christy was with another company and had built a team, as had I. And because of that, both of us came here with the Direct Appoint program. So I just want to hit on that really quick in the beginning, because for those of you that are currently already with another direct sales company, and maybe things aren't the way they used to be, or your company's made changes, or you're just feeling like, maybe I should be bringing something additional to the table for my customers, I want you to know that our Direct Appoint program, if you do have experience in building a team, training others, etc., then you may qualify for our Direct Appoint program, where you get to join us at a similar leadership level to where you are now or where you once were. So for me, it was where I once was. I was with another company for 14 years. And when Park Lane called me to ask if I'd like to have an interview, I said, I'm not really looking to make a change right now. And they're like, well, you don't even know if it's the right fit for you or if you're the right fit for us. Really, what we want to do is share our programs with you so that you know what's out there, and then you can make an informed decision. and it was really almost at this exact time of year. I was contacted in December of 2013, and I was like, oh, I thought about it, and then when they called me a second time, like a week or two later, I was like, you know what? They're right. Why shouldn't I find out what other programs are out there? Maybe there is better pay. Maybe there is higher overrides. Maybe there is just programs that are better. And if I was in any other industry, I would be looking at this as a compliment. And why am I like fearing this? So I did decide to go on that interview and ended up making the switch to Park Lane in January of 2014. So if that is something that interests you, that you'd like to hear more about in a completely confidential manner, if you prefer, then please know you are going to be able to indicate that on your survey as well. You can also send a private message, and we can absolutely do that with you. So for everyone else that is watching, then please know that we can help you, whether you've dabbled in other companies or whether you've never sold a thing in your life. And it is so important that when you are going to consider a business like this, that you join the right company and that you join the right team within that company, a team that is going to have the training that you need, the resources that you need, the enthusiasm, the events that are going to help you keep your business going, and that one-on-one and help and sense of community overall, which is what Christy mentioned right out of the gate here. So, Christy, when you were with your other company and were presented with the opportunity to learn a little bit more about Park Lane, what was something that when you had your interview and you got the information about the company that you heard that you were like, oh, I can't believe that's the case?
Yeah. So, first of all, for me, I mentioned before, I was not making 40%. I was with a health and wellness company, and you had to have so many clients and all of this before you started earning more money. And it was not easy. And the other thing I think, which was really something that really caught me, was that when you get to a certain rank in Park Lane, you never lose that rank or the pay that you have at that rank. I never, in my whole 20 years of direct sales, have ever heard anything like that. I worked my way every single month, hustle, very stressed out. And when the last day of the month, when you finally hit that rank, and then boom, the very next day, it starts all over again. And my pay would go down again. And it was crazy. And when you, Michelle, told me that I would never lose that rank and I would always get paid at that rank, that blew me away. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? I think that right there is what really sealed the deal with me. And the fact that, you were so understanding. And that really touched my heart. Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that. And you know what? Let's share what some of those things are, because as far as like the actual company, right? Like you need to know, because some of you may have been with a company that closed with no notice, or that has been consistently removing things from you. And maybe you're seeing a friend go through this, right? Maybe you don't have any direct sales experience, but you saw your mom, your sister, your best friend, your neighbor go through the company closing or taking programs away or making them stock thousands of dollars worth of inventory, and all they did was ever lose money. These are all of the things that are simply not a part of Park Lane Jewelry. So the company itself, our company is a 70-year-old family owned and operated company. So we're in the midst of wrapping up our 70th year in business. If you're trying to quick do the math, that is 1955, the year that Marty McFly went back in his DeLorean to go see.
Yeah.
And when you think about what the world was like in 1955, and that Shirley and Arthur built a company that in 2025, and think of all the historical events, changes to commerce, to partying, to everything that has taken place. And we are still going strong with the same family running it now, second and third generation of the family running this business 70 years later. That they were able to start a company the right way with, the financial structure of the company, only ever taking a minimal profit for themselves so that they were always able to reinvest into the business and the programs that we earn as stylists and that customers receive when shopping, so that then their profits could grow from there. And they never needed to keep a big profit margin because of how much the business continued to grow. Cindy says that 1955 was a good year. I was born. You and Parkleen.
Love it.
Love it. Love it. So, Shirley and Arthur started this company when they were newlyweds and grew their family at the same time as they were building the company. And now today, 3 of those sons are the co-owners, have been for over 20 years. And that, so that honestly, when Shirley passed away earlier this year, Arthur had passed away right before I started 11 years ago. We didn't have to have that stress of like, oh no, what happens now? Is the company going to go under? The founder is gone. No, she prepared for that by turning the company over to 3 of her sons. And they're not the only family involved. There are other of the siblings that have other jobs within Park Lane, that the grandchildren, their children that have major roles in the company, so that their family legacy company is so strong that I can consider it my family legacy. Christy can, everyone who works here can. And if you were to join us, that you could too. Mm-hmm. So knowing that everything is funded and ready, and this is their family legacy, that they work from the heart, and that these programs are funded. Let's talk about what the programs are, because some of the programs you all know perfectly well, because the first and most important one is the customer sale, right? So it's always a sale that people can ever believe the first time they hear it, to the point that they're like, well, that can't be right. That can't be what I heard, right? That your 2 lowest price pieces are the pieces that are regular price, so that your next 1, 2, 3, or 4 pieces can be half price. I mean, that's a ton of savings right there, not to mention the bonus items, which is now going to be your highest price piece that you're able to get for $35. I mean, that's how so many of you have developed your impression obsession, right? That you're able to take one of these $180 bracelets, $188 bracelet that you take for $35 as a bonus item, just because of taking advantage of our buy 2 get 4 sale. I mean, it's incredible.
Yes.
So, I mean, when I was on my interview and they shared that, I said, oh, this is good to know, because I wasn't going to make a change to a company where I wouldn't even know if the customers would want to make the purchase, right? Mm-hmm. Because whether or not, whatever the commission percentages are, is of no consequence if people don't want to buy what the item is, right?
Exactly.
So now I'm looking at the jewelry and I knew I wanted it. So I was like, well, clearly other people would want it. I mean, this is beautiful and it's on such a good deal. And what do we know about women in shopping, right? We love something.
A good deal.
We love the deal, but then we also want to tell our friends and family about the deal. Tell me in the comments if you've ever had a friend or family member call you up or text you and say, OMG, get your butt over to, and they name the store because an item that you've had your eye on is now on sale.
Mhm.
right? So, or your friend sent you an Amazon link, or have you ever asked someone for a link? Oh, where'd you get that sweater? Can you send me the link? Where'd you get those earrings? Can you send me a link? Where'd you get those shoes? I need the link. Are those shoes comfortable? Where'd you get those tights? It goes on all the time. And the difference is that when you do this, you're getting paid for it. But the step before that is that many a party that we do, there are guests there that are saying, I got to tell my sister about this jewelry. I need to tell my aunt about this jewelry. Well, guess what? When you do that by having a party, then Park Lane rewards you with a complimentary shopping spree, free and discounted jewelry. So, Christy, was that something that you found like amazing, that it was like, wow, I can't believe how much these hostesses are receiving?
Absolutely. And we as the stylist don't pay for that. That doesn't come out of my own commission. It doesn't come out of my paycheck. Park Lane offers that. I was not used to a hostess program in another company like this. This is crazy. Yeah, they pay.
And that's something that other companies have been taking away. They don't want to pay for those hostess gifts. They don't want to take that out of their profits. And I guess they expect the people in the field to take it out of theirs while at the same time reducing their commission. All of that is crazy. Our owners know that hostesses are, the heart of our business. That's how we meet more jewelry loving women that want to shop, women that want to share a great deal with their friends and family. So typically hostesses receive at least $400 or more in free and discounted jewelry. So when they're at a party making a wish list and they realize, I can't even get all of this, even with the sale, there's still so many more pieces I want. Well, then they go ahead and book a show. And then we get to treat her to a complimentary shopping spree that Park Lane pays for, all because she let us meet her family and friends. In fact, can you please comment the word hostess if you have been, or just host, if you have been a host of a Park Lane party and you have gotten free and discounted jewelry just for getting your friends together? Because some of you have done it in person. Just yesterday, I did a brunch party right here, about 20 minutes from my house. It was a brunch and bling. The gals came and shopped. They had mimosas and bagels and fruit and dip, and I was able to show the jewelry. They shopped, who brought their daughters, who brought their sister, who brought their neighbor. It was a wonderful community event. And my hostess is now picking out over $500 worth of jewelry that she earned just for having her friends together. So I'm seeing lots of different, lots are commenting that they hosted a party, they got great benefits, and that's how it goes. And that's why our compensation program is so rich and amazing, because now Park Lane has properly funded all of the previous programs. So they don't have to turn around and say, oh, we can't afford that anymore. All of these programs are now compensating for the stylist compensation program. So we have starting stylists starting at 30% commission. Now that's on retail sales, which is another thing that is important to know, because if you have ever seen or worked for a company that had you earning on wholesale, that's a tiny fraction. 50% of wholesale is still way less than 30% of retail. It also is a big difference that what we do is show samples. So when I'm doing a show and I'm showing the Harley bracelet, I'm showing it on this bracelet pillow. When I am showing the Hendrix earrings, I'm showing it on this display, right? Those bracelets that Christy has on her bracelet pillow. Now, when someone wants to purchase this bracelet, I am not taking it off this pillow, putting it in a box, putting that box in another box, taping it, shipping it, all of that. Because if I had to keep inventory, that would mean that I have to hope all day long that I sell these exact items. Whereas what we actually do is show samples. We start with a kit. We show our samples. We earn free samples every single month. And when we do a show and someone wants to order these, we send them a cart link with all the sales worked out, ready to check out, or they can go on the website and pick out the pieces that they want independently, whatever they prefer. And then Park Lane picks the items, packages them up, sends them straight to the customer. Because if you're having to keep inventory, that's all your profit sitting in your home, sitting on decks behind you. And if you don't sell it, you lost money.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I don't want to be in charge of that. I want Park Lane to be in charge of inventory. I'll be in charge of samples that I get to wear all the time. So, you know, with those programs, we're starting at 30% commission and go up to 50% commission personal sales as we move up through the ranks. That's why Christy started at 40. I started at 45 with the potential for 50. And that is paid weekly, along with, as you build your team, those overrides as well. And even the overrides on your team are higher percentages than what I had at my previous company. Also, one team member here, what Park Lane pays me on one team member here is 5 times higher than what my previous company paid me on a personal team member. And when I looked at that, that's when I quickly realized that I could easily triple my income, if not more. And it's been way more than triple since I came here, but I knew I could almost immediately triple by making the switch to Park Lane. So our compensation program, it's not that I think it's better than other ones. I know that it is because in my 11 years here, I've worked with people like Christy and like Renee and so many others where I looked at their compensation plan and could see the difference and could tell the math of what the difference is. So, this is important to know because, as Christy mentioned, we don't have those types of quotas each month that if you don't meet them, you lose your status, you lose your rank, you have to earn it back, or you have to earn it again every single month over and over again. Your team gets taken away, you get reclassified, you have to wear a different ribbon at the convention, and then people are like, oh no, what happened to Christy? Like, none of this happens here. Once you are assigned a level at your interview, if you're experienced, or once you earn a level as you move on up, that's your level for life. It's up or stay. That's it. So you don't have to wonder, am I going to be paid as a different level? Because you're not. You're going to be paid at the level that you've either been assigned as a direct appoint or that you've earned along the way. So, you know, everyone has different goals here. When I started in direct selling, I was a new mom and I was on maternity leave. My son was 6 months old. And what I wanted was to stay on maternity leave longer. So the summer was like approaching and it was like, okay, what can I do? Because we were paying a COBRA to stay on my health insurance. So if I was going to stay out longer, then we needed to still pay the COBRA. So what can I do to pay the $600 for the COBRA? And I had hosted a party with my other company where the girl told me that she made $200 at my party. So I said, I guess if I do 3 parties a month, I'll be able to pay off the COBRA. And I did 3 parties, made $604, and learned an immediate important principle. You get to control how much you earn, and you can figure out what your income goal is. We can then share with you about how many shows that would be, how much in sales would take to earn that. What can you do in a Facebook group? How can you work social media in order to earn that amount of money? So if you have a number in your head or in your checkbook that you need to be met, then we're going to work that out with you so that you know what the number is, because it can grow with you. Immediately, my husband and I were like, well, I only did 3 parties. I could certainly leave the house more than 3 times a month. Now we hardly even leave the house because you can do so much online, but that was not a thing back in, the year 2000. So, if it's 1,100, if it's 600, if it's 900, it's funny because today is actually my son's 26th birthday, the son that I had that was 6 months old when I decided to do this business. And you might know that in this country, 26 is the age you get kicked off your parents' health insurance if you are still on it. He does have a job with benefits, but we still got the letter from the insurance company saying like, hey, if you still need insurance for this child, the COBRA is now $1,000 for a single. I was paying $600 for a family. It would be $1,000. So like, I get it, you guys, that there is money. There are bills out there. Is it a car payment that you need to make? Does your child need braces? Is it tuition for you or a spouse or a child? Or multiple children? Man, do we hemorrhage tuition out of this house for 20 plus years? This is our final year of paying tuition. My daughter's a senior in college. And, what is it that you need to pay? What is it that you need to pay? Tell us the number. We're going to help you get there. We're going to help you get there. So, what about the kit, Christy? So, why don't you tell them about the price of the kit, what you get, but how we launch you in the business to make it back immediately?
Yes. Okay. So the kit is only $129 and you get $500 worth of jewelry that you get to pick out yourself. They don't just have this kit sitting there and ship it out to you. No, you get to choose the pieces that you want. So what I actually loved was this team shows you these are really good pieces to have in your kit. And that's part of the whole launch process. And then for my launch party, Michelle Zito, company vice president, did my launch party. It was a live on Facebook and people were like, she's a company vice president doing it? Yes. We all of us leaders help our team members. And Michelle helps us hand in hand. It's great. Yeah.
So with that, with your leader doing the launch party for you, so it's either going to be the person who invited you to watch today or the person who helps that person, depending on how new they are. But a leader is going to do your launch party, and you get to double and triple dip at the launch party, because at the launch party, you still get to be the hostess getting all of the free jewelry that we spoke about before. But because when we send the party in, we're telling Park Lane, oh, by the way, this is her business launch. When the party is submitted, they change it to be in your name so that in addition, you get to keep the paycheck on that party. So now you get the paycheck a week or a week from when the party goes in. You get the free jewelry. You then get whatever stylist incentives were earned from the party, because we do have the opportunity to earn jewelry packages in increments of $250, $300, another individual piece, another $300, another $300 increment to the tune of $1,100 plus in free jewelry every month. So that's how we continue to add to our kit, and why we always have like more additional new pieces coming into the house that we sometimes even forget how we even earned. And it's because of all the different programs that we have. So that's how we like to get you launched in the business, so that in the end, you have the $500 in jewelry from your kit, the hopefully $500 and more from your party, the paycheck reimbursing you for the $129 on the kit, potentially more. And now you're up and running in the business. So when you complete your survey, we definitely want you to indicate if that sounds good, because that would be called a decider party, and you'll see that on the survey. If you know you want to sign up, then it's just a launch party. We just call it a launch party. We tell everybody up front it's the launch party. If it's a decider party, we do it as a regular party, and then we flip it at the end. But if you're liking what you're hearing and you're like, hold on, weekly pay, hold on, free jewelry, hold on, leaders have a Mercedes car program that you don't have to be an executive for. You can be a first and second and third level leader. Weekly pay, weekly overrides. A lot of companies withhold the overrides all month long because they want to wait to see if they get to take them away from you. Yes, all of it and more. 2 free vacations that you can earn every year that are not conventions, that are not work, that are not training, that are no expenses spared, 5-star hotels, transportation, meals. Yes, this is all of what we have here. So if you're like, hey, yes, sign me up now, then indicate that. 5, sign me up now. We will send you a link. You can have a functioning, up and running website in 30 minutes from now. And actually in 2 minutes from now. You sign up and it's immediate. It's right then. So if you want the launch party, then the decider party, tell us that on the survey. If you're like, I'm not interested in selling even the tiniest bit, but I still would like a free jewelry shopping spree, you can indicate that. If you want information on our Sparkle Box subscription, we can share that with you. But whatever it is you want to let us know, tell us on the survey, because I already sneak peeked for you what the prize is for this week's Your Time to Shine chat, and it is our Harley bracelets.
Oh, I love it.
11 strands. And Christy, I know you have one of these too. Tell me why you already have one of these.
Because I earned it from Park Lane. They gave it to me.
That's exactly right. This was a Rich Rewards piece from a month or 2 ago, and we were able to earn it for free. Now, of course, this is my sample. I have a new fresh one for you here, if you are the winner. So when you complete your survey, that's going to enter you in to win this, and that's going to be your additional opportunity to ask any other questions. Let us know where you stand, and we will absolutely get with you right away. So, let me just double check. Oh gosh, $1,500 a month for current Cobras. Yep. I mean, it's crazy the bills that are out there, everyone. And we have team members that have paid off so many amazing things with their Park Lane business. I know I personally have paid off an embarrassing amount of many thousands of dollars worth of credit card debt. With the Mercedes car program, even if you pay the car off, you still get the money. So that's just a cash bonus. If you can't take the trip, you can take the cash if you would like. So we have cash bonuses, car bonuses, jewelry bonuses, all things that allow you to have a lucrative and thriving business with the support of a team. Mm-hmm. Because if you're saying to yourself, well, I was in a party and there were all kinds of posts like, I don't know what to do with that. Oh, that's because we provide that to you. You know, we have an app that we provide the party scripts, the images, if you're in a VIP group with a stylist and you see the posts that go up in there every day, and then there's a raffle. Yes, we provide the posts, the raffle you earn with your Rich Rewards. This is a sustainable business that you do not have to be your own best customer. Mm-hmm. Now, some people do join because they have a bit of a shopping with Park Lane addiction. And if they want to have the ability to earn money on all of their purchases, you can totally do that. But you can run a sustainable business and absolutely not be your own best customer. This is a company that women love jewelry, men buy jewelry. It is the top 3 gifts given on any given holiday. And you're going to be a part of it. You can be a part of the fashion industry because you know what? It is your time to shine. It is your time to shine. How many times have you been putting other people before you? How many times have you put other people's desires and needs and schedules and everything else ahead of your own? You know what? You can live a life where you're in control of your schedule. You're in control of your income. You're in control of who you work with, and get to help others do the same. And I promise you, it is a really fun way to live. I know I've ruined myself from working in any type of environment with a boss or where I can be told when I get to eat, when I get to go to the bathroom, all of those things. And Christy, I think you have as well, right?
Yes, it's funny that you say that because my very own sister has to do that with the bathroom thing. Yeah,
I mean, the worst. Scott, our CEO, whenever he gives a presentation, he's always like, they tell you when you can eat lunch. What if you're not hungry?
Exactly.
Melody, I see you're asking here, do you have to have your kit to do your launch party? You're ordering it Friday. No, because the person that's recruiting you or that person's leader is going to do the launch with their jewelry.
Yep.
So Christy, I don't think had a single piece of jewelry besides maybe what she had purchased previously as a customer before she was a park laner. But I used my jewelry to do her launch, and her kit came after the fact. So some people buy their jewelry beforehand and just post pictures to their friends and things like that. But your leader is going to do the party with their jewelry. They're going to manage taking everyone's orders, making sure that they're getting the sales, sending the carts, all of it. You get to just kind of enjoy that first party. Okay, and I see Beth was also answering that as well. Thank you, Beth, another one of our amazing leaders. Beth, who came to Park Lane with 0 sales experience and is now a division leader, having earned multiple trips over the years. Like, this is just the place to be. It's the team to be. It's the company to be. And you can be sparkling right along with us. So thank you so much for coming on with us tonight, everyone. Christy, thanks for doing this double shift tonight. First the jewelry styling, now sharing about the business, and for sharing from your heart. We just love having you here on the team.
Thank you so much. I love it. I love this team, and I just love Park Lane, the whole thing. It's just so great.
I absolutely love hearing that. And Natasha is saying the same thing. She's laughing that she's late. But you know what? Definitely happy to be part of this team. We love to hear that. So complete the survey, be entered to win the Harley. And we can't wait to see who is, whatever information you need and who else will be joining Team Shine On, because it's your time to shine. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.